Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Andrea Aguirre, the group 19, and we are going to discuss mm, 911 Conspirant Magazine.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Jose Manuel Restrepo. I'm very glad to be with you tonight in order to discuss this interesting topic about 911.
Hey, hello everyone. My name is Angie Calderon. I hope to contribute significantly in this socializations on about the documentary 911.
Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily. Answer some questions about the 9/11 of September 2001.
Okay, the introduction, September 9th. One. Okay. The group calling 911 Movement the Truth, English and the Truth Movement. David Grant Ray Griffin is a master professor or teacher on philosophy, religion, theology, classroom graduate. Recently because popular his clients about the conspiracy theories about the start September 11, 2001. Griffin notes the publication of the book in the New Pearl Harbor. A larger question was the administration 911. Okay. And the popular conspiracy theory first moment, the important news media Time magazine, the Washington Post, and the Guardian Center publishes and the Time magazine. Example, the star of the cover in addition, the magazine University of the task answer this conference smart on 911. Okay, finish. The first question. Could US offer had prevent attacks? And I don't think there were more intelligence service the White House information about those attacks on the cell phones avoid such tragedy. And in the third hand, they had simulation attacked by intelligence government did not immediately. And the world fought disaster and economic massive destruction Philips information hundreds most important financial companies in the world is their blood human resource. The Morgan Stanley, for example, lost 2001 employees. Okay, Jose,
Oh, okay.
the
My
first
turn.
question.
Okay, my turn. Could the US Air Force have prevented the attacks? Okay, guys, I have to say that I didn't know the way in which the tragedy of 911 occurred. But after seeing the documentary,
Yeah.
and let's say that I was able to understand a little more about this. Therefore, I'm agree with the opinion of Massimo Masuko when, for example,
Yeah.
for example, he says that something is wrong with the official version that the government gave to us. Then my question is, could the United States Air Force have prevented the attacks? In my point of view, they could, obviously, because to me, the video explains that the Air Force had enough radars to locate the four planes before they achieved their goal, and the US government said that these planes couldn't be intercepted because they turned off the transponders.
Okay.
But Masuko also showed us that the D were located, but they could not be intercepted because just on September 11th, the Air Force were doing exercise. Therefore, there only leave far jets to defend the sector of the attack, which give us more questions about this tragic day. So, in conclusion, I really think that the US force could have prevented the attack.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. And at the exact time of the key members of the military made themselves unavailable. Donald Rumsfeld, it is report, vanished without trace for 30 minutes. Please include, in this case, the available military force in the area had been deliberately reduced. On 911, there were only 4 available jet fighters to defend the whole of the eastern seaboard of the country. On top of this, case, we had stand-down orders that were used for keeping the country's defenses in each hour of need.
Okay. Emily, please. Your first question.
Okay.
Emily.
I suppose that because of the king's impede and the attacks, there were not enough forces to avoid so much damage to the people as well as to the now tinted towers, and knowing will that many people believe they have the facility that every time because well that was a point did not.
Okay. Um, I agree. Opinion. Okay. And on the termination responsible, the world wondered about the consequence chain events magnitude, the cost mass with banal and with the way United States relates on the world. Okay. Second question. Were twin towers deliberately demolished by explosives? And the twin towers and the number 7 tower was not attacked, were demolished on the hull explosive 12% believe that the worst cruise died missile on the Pentagon. There was military authorities planning the part the defensive response elements in 911 during the Belfort attack, including multiple kidnapping, suicide, and guns spent on. The popular composite theories for the movement is important. News media so Times Magazine, The Washington Post, The Guardian, among others, have published separate articles. The Subject Side magazine. Until the spring 2010, more than 1,002. Architect engineer Harris quit investigation they happened in 911. There's academic construction, sorry, for professional are motivated several elements. The multiple explanation, the commissioner report, 11, um, and its process, even scientific qualification, imperfect and contradictory, and American desert explanations based on the facts. Okay,
Oh,
Barner, Jose,
okay.
second question.
Andrea, I'm very agree with the fact that you mentioned before, the fact that the seventh tower also fell down when it wasn't even hit by a plane. That was very strange, and
Okay.
that creates debate. That, for example, some people believe that the fall of the Twin Towers occurred because of the damage by the impact. Another one believes that they were brought down intentionally. And Masuko says that the first time he heard the possibility that these towers could have been demolished
Yeah.
intentionally, he didn't believe it. And neither do I. How can you make damage to your own country? But then when he started to explain us some issues that could that could change our mentally, my mentally immediately changed. For example, the first point is that those towers were obsolete and very expensive, and they
Yeah.
need to go. The
Yeah.
documentary says that these towers will fill with asbestos, that you know that asbestos can make illness to people. And what else? And it has become a huge responsibility for authority, as you know. But what happens is that these towers couldn't be repaired and they couldn't be destroyed either. However, someone buffed the twin towers, even knowing the warnings of a terrorist attack, because it were very warns about a terrorist attack. As we know, the terrorist attack happened. The owner of the building got all his money, and the people who lived near to the attack ended up breathing all the asbestos that the tower was contained had. Some years later, and this is an important view that could change your mentality, an organization of architects and engineers proved with scientific arguments that the Twin Towers could only be destroyed by a controlled demolition.
Yeah.
In addition, there are several tapes and more than 100 testimonials from people, from reporters, and more people close to the attack who say that they heard explosions just before the building fell. And the tapes also can hear, when you're watching the tapes, you can hear the explosion before the building fell off. And a lot
Yeah.
of, and also is the fact that documentary shows that a lot of bodies were totally pulverized by the mouth
Yeah.
of experts because of the explosives. In conclusion, all this evidence is telling me that the Twin Towers were deliberately demolished by explosives, even if I don't want to believe it, because it is hard to believe that you can damage your own country and your own people.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. I the in my suppose the core far from being a hollow shaft was in fact an array of very substantial hollow skyscraper
Oh my
a
God.
skyscraper. The outer shell joined to the central core by had troughs at the top of the building, resulted in the structure of immense strength that was capable of supporting 3 to 5 times the actual weight of the building. This design model is so strong that it is still used in new buildings today. NIST was careful to point out that its investigation only covered what happened at the initiation of collapse and omits any discussion of what happened after collapse initiation. Insisting that it was unnecessary because, as John Cross, co-project leader of the NIT, or states were flexibility. After all, building collapse and we all say perhaps the reason for this is that we have done we would have necessary an explanation of why the laws of physics didn't hold on 901.
Okay. And finish. Emily, please. Emily.
Okay. According to tests, if they were demolished with explosives, but a time after it was discovered that it was probably the explosion of gravity due to accidents
Okay.
the Austrian airplanes used a fleet. They could probably Athens was from a area.
Okay. Finish. Emily. What's your opinion? Or you finish?
Okay, continue with the question three. Three questions.
Okay. Okay. Question 3. Were some people forewarned about the attack? And there were general source information very difficult to specify on the intelligence agencies or the discourse due incompetence. The multiple combat threat planning London advanced conducted the morning of September 11, including scenarios on domestic air crisis, airplane crashing into the government building. And the largest scale emergency in New York is this were just incredible. The serious consequences by the official investigation avoid the problem. During evidence on the combat simulation create confusion on the weather. The evidence process real world exercise. The military simulation survey uncovered so that the air defense or the extension of self-attack. Okay, Jose?
Okay. About the question were some people forewarned about the attacks. Yes, in my opinion, obviously they were warned of the attacks. Although the government said to us that it was only bad luck, that only 4 planes were available that day, I don't really believe that because Masuko showed us, for example, the documentary showed us a report where it says that an aerial terrorist attack was imminent, and even the threats were so many that they could have even increased the security. For example, they could double it or triple it times. And it was also the fact that the plane that hit the Pentagon was circling around the Pentagon before crashing with it. Then, after looking this information, it has in my mind, uh, I think that someone on the high level of security had to have a connection with anyone who was planning the airplane. And it is clear for me, in my opinion, it's clear that the government allowed the attack.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
The indignation of the public following the attacks was used to fix in the wars that had been planned long before. The aftermath of each attack saw the formation of commissions whose specific purpose was to investigate the government following toward the attack.
Okay, Angie, you finish? Do you finish? Okay. Emily, please.
Okay. It could be said that those who were in the front row found out about some made the rumors were carried until it was a fact and no one could drag wrong conclusion with the evidence.
Okay. Um, Fourth question. Was the Pentagon really hit by an airplane? That the day another aircraft crashing the Pentagon in Washington will the fourth plane crashing in Pennsylvania without achieving the goal and capital. After the 16-year attack, we was young 10 curious facts you don't know about the event. Attack caused death 3,016 people, including 19 terrorists, 24 disappeared, and more than 6,000 injured. And how it was possible the Pentagon there was impact in one word in 20 minutes after attack? Okay. While was the not answer from Andrews and Bass, just the 10 miles on the hard National Guard. Units were charged defending the sky and national capital. How was Hanny Tanhor, the man following the second pilot on the first flight on board, so was able to essay difficult aerobatic maneuver at the hand Pentagon? While the attack is partly retorted with one larger in time, and the military opposite on the side where the High Command and Log was located. Um, Barnett, Jose, please.
Okay. Was the Pentagon really hit by an airplane? Okay, the official version that show us in the documentary is that the Pentagon indeed was hit by an airplane. But also the documentary shows us that there is no proof that this is the case. In fact, there was enough evidence to show that the Pentagon was not hit by an airplane. For example, a result that among the evidence is the fact that there were not found any airplane parts outside or inside the building. For example, the engines were also missing, and the documentary told us that these engines are supposed to be indestructible. So, how could they be missing? And other security factors, for example, that shown that the damage inside the Pentagon wasn't created by an airplane. For example, the documentary it showed us some pictures about how was the building layer of the attack. And for example, the windows were not broken. It was a hole, but this hole couldn't be caused by an airplane. And to me, this originates more questions than answers. That's it.
Okay. And you,
Okay, the structural engineers who designed the Twin Towers note that one of the design criteria was that it should be able to withstand an airliner hiding it at 6,000 mph. They say
wow.
they say the problem would be that the fuel would down into the building, causing fires, but the building would stand there. Matsuko emphasized a solid tenet of the Tourist argument, which is that free-fall collapse of the three towers is impossible without additional energy being supplied to the system during collapse. The idea here is simple on one, as the section of the building that was falling fell onto the section that was at that point in time stationary, the intact lower floors energy would have been absorbed by the stationary section into waste. Okay, partner Emily.
Okay. He was in the American Airlines plan, which was the three he hacked. This was kidnapped by 5 Saudi jihadists when he had 35 minutes of flight and only one person was able to warn his family is the fact. Finish.
Hello?
Okay, what is the next question, partner Andrea? Andrea.
Okay. Listen me. Hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Third time. 5 questions. Could the attack have been prevented? Yes, they called me about the great information from intelligence service, and there were general source information, very difficult to spy the intelligence agencies and discard due incompetence. The security agents got accurate information about the attack. The security agents were involved in the planning on the attack one. The Pentagon planned on 911 attacks. Yeah, the White House filmed this serious error, but the word on no direct participation. Then the White House was awarded attacks. And the White House attributed the participants to attack helping to hide the evidence. Okay, Jose, please.
Okay, I'm very agree with you, Andrea, when you say that they maybe, I don't know why, that they maybe hide the evidence. And according to these questions, could the attack have been prevented? Yes, the attack could have been prevented to me, if only the Air Force had been complete that day. And surely, I'm very sure that it would have intercepted the attack. But, however, as we already know, there were only four planes or four jets in charge of security in this sector of the country, and they couldn't do nothing to defend, not even if they want to do, because the military exercise were only suspended an hour after the whole world knew that what happened that day. And it is very strange to me that, for example, these airplanes, these four airplanes, were crashing about across and against the towers, and this military exercise only stopped an hour after the whole world knew that these towers were damaged.
Okay, I think in this case it was well now in Washington D.C. that attacks were expected well before they actually occurred. Even the exact dates of the attacks were now weeks in advance. By one grab in the government was withheld from other grabs that might have been able to avert them. In this case, the government was accused of having this foreign knowledge about this claim were unsurprisingly denounced. At the same time, when units officials who want to avert the attacks try to report it to their superiors, their call fell on deaf ears.
Okay. I don't know time it would have been possible with the fact of so many aircraft hijacking and not knowing with certainty what item to take and where to locate.
Okay, finish, Emily. Emily,
Yes.
okay. This question: was Osama bin Laden really captured and killed? Everything what we have been told about the attack, it was Navy SEAL. The killing bin Laden is light. Is that there was veteran American journalist Werner the Pulitzer and Prize Sermon Herr said article published in the London Review and both. According to Her's account, T1 security service didn't play any significant role in covering bin Laden. There were no confession. The enemy prisoner on the Western side found torture what the hell they find the both founder in the head of Al Qaeda. And there was no shooting in the house where bin Laden lived. I thought it's a terrorist, but it was never thrown into the seat. In this article, Hertz explained the reality United States from the worst bin Laden the senior officer, Pakistan Military Intelligence Service, shouting the dirty officer Islam. August 2010, the person with no real several and wanted money the least in the United States were the worst in consult CIA. The obtaining confirmed veteran information about the American symbol, the word is command, explain the locate bin Laden Confronting the false Pakistan military leaders had they no choice assets to change the situation. His only condition was Bin Laden didn't knock had the doesn't know sorry leave the home and leave Saudi Arabia. Um, with according to her defense operation, the founder Al Qaeda arrested. The Wall Street famous attack, Navy SEAL, described the field the Darkest Night never sight the soldiers, especially for United States Navy, are the mean terrorists was working pride. They shot the Harvards and think the leaders and the cars pointed behind. I think the light is died. I think a news Arton is a controversial to know to know the truth. Okay, Jose.
Okay. According to this question that about was Osama bin Laden really captured and killed, the documentary tells us that, for example, one possible cause of this tragedy is that the U.S. government would start a war against Afghanistan 8 months before 911. So they need a reason to start this war. By the end of 2003, 70% of the Americans believed that Afghanistan and explicit Al Qaeda had caused the 911. But then the evidence would show that this accusation is unlikely. But the government need to punish someone for 911, so they proceed to capture and assassinate Osama bin Laden. According to the official report, bin Laden was murdered at this base, together with his son Khalid. But there little, but even though there is little evidence of this, I believe that bin Laden is dead. Is actually dead. That's it. Okay, Angie.
Okay. The evidence of the death of Osama bin Laden and how they disposed of the body on the high seas had made many research that the veracity of the official version. From here, numerous investigators suggest that the United States hides the truth of the death of Osama bin Laden. Even Amnesty International denounced the alleged illegally committed as a result of the murder of a man completely disarmed.
Okay.
Okay,
This
Emily.
year, the 8th of May,
Okay.
his real name was Geronimo, and he went to a mission in Pakistan, was captured by Robert O'Neill, and there is death. Finished.
Okay. Finish. Okay. The last question is: was 911 caused by the American government on the purpose? The wealthy Osama because the government on the world to do its own country. On the other hand, the report indicate that three Three American believed on the attack September 11 were made and completed on element Bush administration. Another 16% believe that the Twin Towers and the Tower number 7. Numerous um, numerous controversial issues contaminate the official version. It was a government about the events September 11, 2001. The political power on the Washington together with the elites and with the media always. We should not discourage that RC will disappear and this continue the public debate regarding what happened on 911 despite the large amount of events suggest that citizens were told only a small, partly true about the biggest attack in history occurring the continent terrified on territory or the use why. The use it on it. Okay, Jose?
Okay, Andrea. The last question to me was 911 caused by the American government on purpose? It was a very complicated topic to debate to me, but after watching the documentary, all the clues given indicate that it was so. The truth is that it's hard to believe that after so many warnings, so many failures, so many delays, so many actions without meaning on the part of the government, it's hard to believe that the attack on the Twin Towers and on the Pentagon couldn't be prevented in any way, even that even when they knew that the White House had the right to shoot down any nearby danger to the Capitol. As I said before, it is also the fact that the plane which was going to hit the Pentagon was circling around the Pentagon. Therefore, to me, this suggests the idea that someone suggests the driver to wait for something to happen, and it is supposed that it did not hit the Pentagon. In conclusion, as Masuko says, it is very difficult to not believe that the government wasn't involved in some main or form in this attack. So I think that the government had I mean, had many part in this attack. They were very involved in this terrorism. Yes.
Okay, in September 1997, the project for the New American Century in Washington, D.C., based as think tank was found with the purpose of promoting as global leadership. In September 20, they published a report entitled Rebuilding America's Defense Strategies, Force, and Resource for a New Century. In this document, we find the following statement. The process of transformation, even if it brings revolutionary change, is likely to be a long one, absent some catastrophic and catalyzed event like a new Pearl Harbor. The climb the claim goal of the government in each case differs substantially from the actual goal. In this case of Peter war with Hitler, whereas the state goal was war with Japan. Similarly, in this case of 911, the larger goal was war with Iraq, whereas the country fears attack by the US aid after 911 was Afghanistan. A huge number of the Americans ended up believing that Hitler was responsible for Pearl Harbor and that Saddam Hussein was the mastermind behind 911.
Okay.
Okay.
Finish?
Yes, I finished.
Emily, finish? Okay.
No,
Okay. Next. Continue
this
you, yeah, Emily.
this really is not preserved, but rather until today after perspiration can only be made conjectures of what happened the day of the fallen day. Finish.
Okay. Okay. Anyone wants to bring a conclusion? Conclusions?
Eh,
Yes.
okay, I
Oh, okay,
okay.
no.
One? Okay.
I want to say that, for example, in this documentary, we observed several interesting things. For example, the quality of the presentations. Many documentaries deal with this complex subject that in contrast, Matsuko's production is of the highest quality.
Okay. And other? No?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Hotel.
with a conclusion. For example, there are so many facts that implicate the government in it. For example, there is the fact that the terrorists couldn't have entered to the airport without the complicity of someone at high levels of the defense of the US government. For example, in the airport, there weren't any pictures of them, any signs. And also, when the airplanes were on the air, the four airplanes were on the air, these performs uh, a laps or a fleet in an excellent way that even a professional driver couldn't do this performance in the air like they did. And in the end, there are so many mysteries, so many questions, so many tests that involves the government with this attack that it is hard to believe that they were not involved with it. An informed conclusion to finish, my mentality changed after seeing the documentary, and now I really think that the government actually participate of this attack. Although it is hard to believe, but I really think that they participate of this terrorist attack.
Okay, I have a conclusion time two. The ancient controversial because these are positive and negative points. These are difficult to find the truth, but it's true everyone deduces. It is always good investigate what is true in average. From the point of the view, I won't be impossible. That some government murders is our people and on the country. Is in the country. Okay, I finished.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you so much for
okay.
attention.
okay,
Thank you,
okay.
guys.
Thank you.
It was
Okay,
a
thank you
pleasure be with you tonight.
for you too. My pleasure too.
Okay, see you
Okay,
later.
Emily, I'm finished this